Hey sis, are you really trying to level up your love life this year, but maybe you've come out of a toxic relationship or you've had a bad breakup, and let's be honest, it totally destroyed your confidence? I can help you with that. My name is Stacy Speller. I am a relationship expert. I help ambitious women just like you have the life and the love that you deserve. So if you're tired of all the relationship fluff talk, you're in the right place, because I'm here to give you actionable and practical things you can actually start doing today to totally level up your love life. So be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the like button so that I know you like content like this. Listen, make sure that you have my free guide. I have a free guide that gives you the top ways you could actually be sabotaging your love life. So if you know you're serious this year about having the love life you deserve, make sure you get the free guide. The link is here. Okay, so you've had a toxic breakup. You've come out of something. Listen, I had probably the most devastating thing happen to me. So I get it. When I tell you my confidence was below zero, I had a guy, I thought he was the one, go figure. Thought he was getting ready to pop the question. Lovely 5-star restaurant, everything going well. I'm manicured, pedicured, ready to go, thinking, okay, this is about to happen. Ask me, did his very pregnant fiance, yes, she had a ring on, come into the restaurant, clown on me. I mean, it was just a whole mess. She made him say that I meant nothing. And I mean, he started trying to act like it was a work situation. It was just such a mess. Well, after that, I realized I had zero confidence, because what I did, which is what most of you do when you come out of a toxic situation, is you wrongly start to believe that it has something to do with you, that it must be something wrong with you, instead of the truth. And the truth is, when that kind of thing happens, when you come out of a toxic relationship or you have a bad breakup or God just does you wrong, the truth is it's speaking to who he is and his character. But as women, we tend to take it on. So you have two choices. You can either stay stuck in that horrible experience, or you can actually decide, I am going to start unleashing the high-value woman that I want to become so that I can attract and connect with a godly man, the man that God has for me. So, because here's the problem. The problem is when you let that kind of experience define you, three things start to happen. One, you start showing up. It's like you become like you've got a magnet for all the wrong kind of guys, because you show up as like that. You start having this desperate approach to yourself. You're like that make-do woman where I'll just make do with this. I'll tolerate this. You know, that's how I went out of that toxic relationship that I was in where the guy, messed me over. Then I went to a situationship, because now you become the make-do woman and you just make do whatever's available instead of keeping your mindset where it's like, no, I am believing for God's best. That's what I deserve. So you become the make-do woman. The second thing you do is, instead of learning the lesson, you lower your standards. So now there's a great lesson to learn about what type of guy that did that to you, what you could have done differently, how you could have seen the red flags. Like, instead of learning the lessons that will serve you well, you lower your standards. Well, I guess this is as good as it gets. I guess maybe I expect too much. All of those things. And then the third thing you do, which really becomes just completely disastrous, is you start like speaking negatively of yourself in your head to other people. You don't have that positive approach because you're thinking, well, God, if I was so wonderful, why did this happen? So instead of being able to speak positively about yourself and show up positively, you start playing small and you start kind of almost shrinking. You don't even realize that you're doing it. So here's what I want you to do. I want to give you 3 things that you can start doing today to unleash the confident woman you want to be, to kind of get her back after that joker destroyed it. So the first thing you can do is decide your direction. Stop trying to just go with the flow, thinking that Mr. Right is going to just fall into your lap. That's not how it happens. you've got to decide what is your direction. You've got to decide what do you actually want? How do you want to feel in the relationship? Instead of just kind of going with the flow and just hoping that things will change, get the clarity that you need of what you want, how you want to be treated, how you want to be valued. Get intentional about it and get outside of your comfort zone. Go somewhere different. Go to a different supermarket, a different gym. Do something different and be intentional about what do I need to do differently. The second thing, and you'd be amazed at how much that even starts to elevate your confidence. The second thing that you can actually start to do, sis, write your own story. Write your own story. Because what happens is when we get into a relationship or even a situation, almost sometimes after the first date, I've been guilty of this. We're ready to, like, automatically we attach all of our dreams, our desires, the desires of our heart to that one guy. You cut off all your options. And then what happens if he does you wrong, if something happens, you have a bad breakup, he's toxic. What happens is you think now it'll never happen. You'll never experience the desires of your heart because you've got all your hopes and dreams attached to him. Write your own story where you get to cast yourself as the high value woman. You're the star of the story. You're the high value woman that gets to experience the desires of her heart. Listen, God wants to do a new thing. God is doing a new thing right now. But you've got to allow him to do that. Grace and mercy already rewrote your story. So whatever that God did, however that joker did you wrong, write your own story. Let it be rewritten. Embrace the new thing that God is trying to do. Don't stay stuck in that. Take back your personal power and own your story. And then the third thing, sis, and this is real. Pull out your receipts. Pull out your receipts. There are so many wonderful, amazing things about you. You've got to take a refresher course and go back through your receipts and start looking at all the value you bring to the table. Start remembering that the Bible even says when he finds you, he finds the good thing. He finds the blessing, the favor, the mercy. He finds all of that goodness. So pull out your receipts. Stop letting that bad, toxic experience be the only thing that defines you. Listen, there is nothing more lethal than having an ungodly man letting that joker define you and letting him write your story and letting him create your worth. Wrong and wrong. You pull out your receipts. You remind yourself the value you bring to the table, okay? You can start doing those three things. Now, there's lots more things, and those are the kind of things I talk about in my one-on-one coaching and my group coaching. But for today, I want you to commit. In fact, I want you to leave me a comment. Tell me one of those three things that you're going to commit to and be willing to start doing so that you can show up as a high-value woman. Listen. Being a high-value woman, showing up as a high-value woman, attracting like a high-value woman, it's not complicated, but you've got to show up that way. And you cannot show up that way unless you've got your love life confidence like on lock. So elevate that confidence and stop letting the wrong man just hold your confidence hostage. Take it back, embrace the new thing God is doing, and watch things start to change, okay? So I hope this helped. I want to see you in the comments. I will always reply back to you in the comments. Remember, if you do not have my free guide, listen, it's a free guide that's going to help you. Make sure you get the free guide. The link is here, and I will see you in the comments. Be sure to like it so that I know this kind of content is helpful for you, and be sure to give it the thumbs up, okay? And subscribe to the channel. All right, I'll see you in the comments.